One. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mike and Jake Cobcast. Today, our special guest, you.
Hi.
Our podcast where we talk about gaming, music, boobs, and whatever else we want. So settle in, it's going to be fun. Let's do this. What are we talking about today, Mike?
Let's talk about Black Desert Online.
Yeah, you showed that to me. Looks fun.
Right.
Well, it doesn't even look... I didn't even see that it looked fun. It just looks beautiful, especially with the customization. What did you think about it?
Yeah.
You think
Yeah!
You're gonna be honest, not paying attention during that part.
You didn't watch it at all?
No, I was kind of doing
You looked up at the part with the butt.
Well, that part.
Because
Of
it
course,
was
that
butt.
part.
It was the butt.
Of course, that part. Yeah, looked cool. Looked really
Right.
cool.
Did it
In
look
depth,
pretty?
Pretty.
very detailed.
It looked nice, though, right?
Yeah,
I got-
Sexual?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to show
probably.
you the world video. It's like 8 minutes of just the world.
Now, if is it a 1-to-1 scale like Destiny's gonna be?
I have no idea. They released the first trailer for it a year ago, and I didn't know about it then.
What for the Black Desert? And
Yeah.
it's still in closed beta.
Yeah,
They're not moving very quickly with that game.
but you see what they're doing with it.
yeah, I have a feeling that game's probably if it's that in depth with everything they're doing, I have a feeling that's gonna take. Oh my god! Like that won't even be out until like 2016.
Imagine how much software space that's gonna take up to get all that.
Oh yeah.
Little
That's
details.
why they're only staying in South Korea for right now. I don't know if they're going to expand because I looked up a lot of other MMOs.
Mhm.
They don't leave South Korea, Japan, China. They just don't leave.
God, why can't everyone be a company as big as Blizzard and just go worldwide?
Yeah, well, why are American companies trash? We haven't even said what
Blizzard
it-
is not trash.
Well, no, I'm not saying but name me another good company that makes MMOs besides Blizzard. EA has.
Let's see how
SOTOR.
Bungie does.
EA has SOTOR, which is okay.
No, yeah, I guess.
Bethesda's got ESO, and that's not that great.
No, I haven't heard many things about it. I heard that it's not good though. Let's see how Bungie does because technically Destiny is.
Right. First person MMO.
Yeah.
RPG.
Well, I don't know. I guess it could technically be classified because everybody's got their own dedicated server, and you'll get to see everyone at the same time. But it is an RPG.
Right. I saw a rumor that not Bioshock. God, I'm blanking. Oh my god.
Mass Effect.
Not Mass Effect. Fallout 4 is going to be an MMO.
Ooh. Well, you know what? I'm getting ready for the crucifixion. I hated Fallout 3.
Didn't play it, so.
It was so boring.
Right.
And I think it's because the first time I played it was really the first time I hopped into an RPG.
Yeah.
And it's not a good game to start out with if you're hopping into an RPG because it's your typical RPG where it's going to throw a million things at you at the same time. And I was like, this is too much. This is fucking horrible. Then I played New Vegas, and I was like, I like it.
Yeah.
This is good. But I feel like you would like RPGs.
Yeah. Especially the Black Desert Online.
It's like a role playing game. You get to
Oh.
You
live.
could be an elf.
You get to live vicariously through another character. It's
Okay.
almost like Sims.
Yeah, I play stuff like that. I play DS.
You should make her watch Sword Art Online.
I don't know. Do you like anime?
Never really got into it. I don't know.
What have you watched?
I have no idea. I know.
Probably
the
nothing.
one thing that
Probably
I remember
anything
was,
that I've put on.
No, the one thing I remember was 8th grade. We had a student teacher for English, and
Don't even say like Pokemon.
no, it wasn't that. I don't
We
even
watch
remember-
Naruto all day.
I don't even remember what it was. It was just she tied it into the lesson, and she randomly put a movie on, and I could not begin to tell you what it was about.
She
What-
probably
there was
put on like
something about-
she
Away.
probably put on like
I don't know.
Eureka 7. And she had
I don't
no
know.
idea.
It was some girl who had to go on a mission, and there was
Well, it was
I don't
it was a
know.
movie. So was it one of the
Yeah.
Disney movies or like?
No, it
I
was
forget
not
his
Disney.
name. He did Totoro and Spirited Away.
Mhm.
Kirsten's obsessed with it.
Your sister likes that movie?
Yeah, she has a bag of
Right.
Totoro.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Well, you've seen that one then.
No,
Yeah.
have not seen it.
Oh man, I watched that so many times when I was a baby.
When I was a
I feel like
baby.
when I was
Back in the
younger,
day.
I watched stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
that was just the thing to watch.
Disney,
in the 90s.
Because the guy, I think Disney bought him, and then they bought him right around when Totoro came out, so he had like 2 versions of Totoro.
Right.
The original I heard is better than what Disney did with it.
I'm sure it is, because no offense to Disney, I love Disney, but Disney has a tendency to fuck things up.
Can't wait to see what they do with Star Wars.
Yeah. All those games.
No.
Did you hear about the Darth Maul game they were in the works for? Then they had to cancel it?
How about
1313.
1313?
Yeah. Right.
Oh my god, that game looked pretty too. That was another one that was announced at 2013
I really don't
E3.
understand why they had to, like, just drop everything. Why couldn't they bring
I
in
have
the
no
LucasArts development team?
I don't know, because, Disney is, in essence, Disney is a giant cult.
Disney does what Disney wants to do.
Yeah, but I think it's shitty that if Disney wants to make more money, they're losing so much money, and a lot of their fan base, especially from that, by spreading a bad name like that. Like, they came in and they fucked up Star Wars. I'm just waiting for them to fuck up Marvel. Because every Marvel movie I go and see, I expect them to be like, this is going to get shittier and shittier because they're going to start censoring things. But it hasn't. Like, in Captain America, like the new one, another guy got sucked into like blades of a helicopter and blood went everywhere. And I was like, okay, then fuck you, Disney. Like, just keep making movies like this.
Did you hear Disney bought, I forget what the actual company was, but they were linked to Polaris. So, like, Total Biscuit, Angry Joe, Jesse Cox now work for Disney.
Oh, God, get out while you can.
Or it's something like that.
Did you ever see, you know Swoozy?
I know the name.
Right, yeah, he does the YouTubes. And he used to work for Disney. And he's made videos saying of how much of a horror story it is working for them.
I can imagine.
Like, it's scary as shit. Oh my god. I would probably never.
I just want to go to Disney World.
I haven't been to Disney World in I was like 12?
Last time I went 14 years ago. I went 14 years ago to Disney World.
Well, you gotta talk that loud. Just make sure the mic can pick you up.
I was 6 the last time I went, and
I went with the studio.
Yeah, I didn't, and it poured the whole time because it was early June or something like that, and it rained the entire time. The day we left, we could go on one ride because we had like a late flight. The park was flooded.
Crazy.
I remember.
There was like 6 inches of water, and I just remember like splashing in the puddle.
It was horrible the whole time it was there. It was raining, and then the day it didn't rain. It was like 105 degrees, and we were like, "Oh well, let's go." There's 2 parks we hadn't been to yet. We hadn't gone to Splash Mountain, and we hadn't gone to the Animal Kingdom. So we were like, "Oh well, it's sunny, so we're obviously gonna go to Animal Kingdom." What? Why? And the only place I wanted to go that whole time is Splash Mountain, just to go down the huge slide that's vertical.
I can imagine the line.
Blizzard Beach?
Yeah, that's where I went.
And so on 105 day, we went out and took the fucking safari thing.
Oh yeah.
Where you can see all the animals, and we were sitting there, and I was like, whose idea was this? And the people that we went with like a big, her dance studio actually went, and my sister and mom both go there.
Right.
So we got to go as a family, and this was like 11 years ago, maybe even more at this point.
It was before we went. It was before I went on the cruise.
This might have been like 12 years ago.
And I went on the cruise.
And
it was like 10 years ago.
We were like, the people we hung out with most, they were like, oh yeah, it was her daughter's. And I was like, I will feed her daughter to the lion. I was so mad. The only thing I wanted to do the whole time was just go to that goddamn water park. And here, this will date it. When we went, they had just opened up the test track one where it looks like where you're gonna hit the door, and then the door, you stop right in front of it.
That's really long.
Yeah, that's when we went. That had just opened like 6 months prior. And I wanted to go so bad, and they were like, yeah, no age requirements, no restrictions. And then I got up to the front of the line, and the guy was like, nope. And I was like, this is all I wanted to do today.
When I went, I broke my ankle 6 months before.
That was then.
Yeah, I was 6, and I broke my ankle jumping on trampoline, and it was the bone chipped off, eventually broke off, and got lodged in my ankle.
I didn't know about all that. Jesus Christ!
Like that
So it was a bitch to walk, because you walk the entire time. Thankfully,
you lose weight when you go there.
Oh yeah, and it was just walking constantly, and it was raining. And anyone who's ever had like a broken foot, a sprain, anything knows that right afterwards, the weather sucks. Oh my god, I could
then
not
that
walk.
works out well. You're like Pudge.
Right.
Pudge controls the weather.
Same.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
It's like I remember that, and I remember going to the Animal Kingdom and going to the Lion King show, like the musical, and I fell
Yeah.
asleep. I went in.
Dude, you'd be terrified of that now. There's birds everywhere on the
God,
ceiling.
no, thank God I fell asleep. I went in, sat down, and then I just remember the ending, and I was like, what was that, like a 2-minute show? I stood in line for like 2 hours, and that was a 2-minute show, and I was so pissed. And they were like, no, you fell asleep the whole time.
Oh, great.
When I went to Disney, I think the last time or a time before, me and my dad when I was going to Buzz Lightyear ride, right?
I don't want it just vibrating up there the whole time, so I'm throwing it back there.
We would always go on the Buzz Lightyear ride, and we always would see who would get the most points.
Mm-hmm.
I beat him 1 year. We went back on like another 3 times.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I heard they're trying out this new thing. It's like, you know how there's like fast lane?
Yeah.
They're doing like the faster
fast
fast lane.
Yeah.
They're like, here, by the way, you can now like
It's like
apparate to the
it's a
front of the line. You can just
bracelet or
teleport up here.
Wait.
Yeah, and I think it's the bracelet or something like that.
Yeah,
and
and
it's
you
like,
hold it up to like
and you
Mickey's face, and
don't-
he's like, yeah, here you go.
And you don't need like a room key anymore. Like the bracelet is your room key. Like you put it up
Oh,
to
What
the
if they
door
have
or
like a
something.
power outage? You're gonna be fucked. You're
I
gonna
don't
be like,
know. I might have.
oh crap.
I don't know. We got something
Sleeping
in the mail
outside
with
the
Mickey
night.
Mouse ears, and I was like, gotta check this out.
The envelope had mouse ears on it?
Yes,
Oh.
and when you open it up, it was Mickey Mouse. It was the coolest thing in the world, and I was like, oh, why can't I go?
Oh my God.
I'm poor, that's why.
Right.
I think my sister's going there.
Yeah, for
Of
a
course she
senior
is.
trip.
For the senior trip,
Yeah, why can't I go to something?
She goes
Yeah.
there a lot. She just went there a couple years ago with her friends. They
Yeah.
drove down. But
Well, I don't want to throw out school names, but your school was voted like
one of the most challenging schools
Yeah.
in the country.
Mhm.
Bullshit.
I mean,
Bullshit.
You can go there.
You want to see my?
Hang on. All right, hang on. Most challenging school in the country. Do you know your school's nickname is Potcrest?
Yep.
And it's
Well,
the most challenging
the
school.
one day I went
That's
into
why it's so
school-
challenging
the
because
one
everyone's
day-
high. They don't know what's going on.
Seriously, last year I went into one of the wings in my school and it smelled like a skunk. And they were like, yeah,
Oh,
kids.
yeah. Probably, I wonder what it is.
No, the administrators were like, oh no, a skunk came in the middle of the night. And when we came in this morning, we scared the skunk and it sprayed now.
How much you want to bet the administration of your
entire
school was like,
house-
they were on the wheelie chairs just like rolling down the hallway like, this is awesome!
It seriously was like it was half of my school. You could not go down there.
Oh my
Right.
God. Well,
It
this
was
is a good way to
horrible.
segue into another conversation other than after that.
Right.
And you just talk about the legalization of pot.
Ugh.
Dude, Sunday, 420.
Kill myself.
Yeah,
Really
kill
though.
kill
I mean,
everyone.
You wanna see how much money I'm getting in scholarships next year?
For pot?
No.
Oh.
From going to one of the most challenging schools.
Dude,
My
Sun Valley
tuition
could
is
have win.
like
I mean,
5,000.
Wow, brag about it.
I will.
I'm going to community college. Mine's like 5,000 by itself anyway.
Mine went from 30,000 to 5,000.
30,000. Fuck
I
that.
mean,
I'm
I have a
smart.
4.0 and I'm jack shit. at
Dude,
everything.
you and me.
Ah,
I'm going to try to go
cute.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday too.
All right, I'm there like.
You do know you have to enroll like now.
No, I have till like 2 weeks before classes
Oh, I
start. It's
thought it was May.
not a university. No, they're
It's-
not going to run out of chairs
I
in the
think
room.
that's the only rule if you don't go there. Like.
Oh
or-
yeah, May is like the
Yeah.
deadline to withdraw and
Yeah.
stuff. I know that day.
I know that day.
Shocking.
No, I'm just for a
right.
week I was just not gonna go to college. I was like, nope, done.
Yeah, they were her advisor. She went in and talked, and they were like,
That was
"Yeah,
the
we're gonna."
professors.
They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna change your major completely. You're not allowed
Yeah.
to minor in what you want, major in what you want." And she was like,
Right.
"Well, you know, she's right here." She texted me, and she was like, "Yeah, not going to school."
Okay.
And I was like, "No, please don't be like me."
And seriously, it was like it's April of my senior year, and they're gonna tell me in April that they're changing my major.
Dude, we've been graduated for 2 years now.
I'm
What have you done in
Holy
2
shit.
years?
What have I done in 2 years? Dropped out of college twice.
Yeah. I'm glad I took that year break because I feel like it'd be really stressful from going to high school right to college.
Dude, I pretty much did the same thing. I went for 3 weeks.
I know that
just
college
stopped.
is going to be so much easier than high school.
It is.
For me.
It really is.
Like honestly, I have like 6-7 classes right now. I'm my last 2 months of senior year, and I have 6 hours of homework every night still. And it's like
I just
well,
wouldn't do it. Just-
if you
the problem is that's all my grades though. It's
yeah.
we have quizzes on the homework. Like we have reading homework. Like I just had to read.
Reading? What are you like in
1984.
6th grade?
No,
Come and read this.
no, yeah,
no, because
there's
we
a
had
lot
to
of that.
do.
But in college?
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
like.
It's
read a
more
story and
interesting in
incorporate it
college,
paper.
though.
Yeah.
At least that way it's interesting because,
And
like,
it's-
at least with the one English class I took, the guy went very into depth with world problems. He was like, talk about like tyranny, and I was like, oh my god, do you want a 10-page paper? And he was like, no, make it a page, and I was like, shit, this is gonna be
Fuck
hard.
Harder,
this big.
Yeah.
Harder or shorter papers are usually the hardest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
When
working on
people
paper.
limit me to like 2 pages, I'm like, no.
No.
Like I mean,
Come
I'm
on, man.
Yeah,
I
in-
love writing.
In
so
high
that's, like,
school,
me, but-
in high school, even though I only went to school for like 3 weeks at that time, I had probably 5 papers to do, but they were easy.
Like 1 page.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even 1 page. Like the one that was like, he was like, it's an open-ended thing. You can make it as many pages. And I gave him a 12-page paper, and he was like, Jesus Christ.
So
And I was like, I just had a lot to say, and he was like, and I always got full marks on them because like as long as you did it and you stuck to what he said,
Yeah.
then that was fine. It was like probably the easiest class I could have taken, but it was just like compared to the stress that they put on you in high school, where they're like, yeah, you're welcome to English class. You got to go. This is due this day. They were like,
Yeah.
you're adults now. This is due then. If you don't hand it in,
Yeah.
you're fucked. And I was like, all right, cool.
like, high school really fucked me. Not just with the like the work and
It didn't prepare it.
the atmosphere. It didn't really prepare us either. It was like people, and the workload,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't really know where I'm going with this.
Well, see, I
it's
can
like-
I can kind of take off from what you're going.
Yeah.
You are in level 1 classes, which for us would be honors, and I only had 1 honors class, and we were in the basic, which is not for like the retarded kids, but it's the average. It's for slightly above average to the average kids, not the retards.
Yeah.
So we're not retarded, but it's like the workload you have, 6 hours. That would have been my homework for the fucking week.
Yeah.
So you have
It's-
so much
oh
more
my God,
preparation
no.
going into
Honestly,
things
like,
because you
I-
know how to handle the workload. Whereas me and him, we were like, oh, we have to do work? Yeah, right. And like, at least me, I pushed it off, and
Yeah.
they were like, no, seriously, got to do this. And I was like, oh, college, it's real.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
my school is the complete opposite than your guys is, I guess, because we do have like so much shit that we have to do. Just to be able to graduate, you have to do like 17 projects. Like we cannot buy like prom tickets or get our graduation tickets or a cap and gown until we do all this shit.
I think
Yep.
I
And
just
it's
mentioned
like-
that.
Yeah.
It's like what we have to do, like an Act 211 graduation thing. We have a gym project we have
See,
to
this,
do.
that's how
I think
different
I
it is.
remember
we had
that.
to write a 3-page paper for gym class.
That's how
I
different
had
our
to write
schools
for
were.
math class.
Like,
And it's
college.
like
my junior year, like even
I
junior
remember
year,
math.
they didn't.
Yeah, I had to read.
just write numbers. Like that's what
I had to
You have
read.
to write
write some
pie.
kind of code.
Yeah, it's like this math, like whatever. He knew a lot about math and would like talk about it. He was like, "Yeah, read this paper," and he just like do
Oh
like
my
a
God.
page paper. I was like, "Really?" And it was like the
Um,
last thing.
But like our school didn't push things as hard. Like my junior year, I had Baldies actually junior year too.
Yeah.
And maybe I didn't. I don't know. Fuck it. Who cares? No, we had Wessel, didn't we? One of the years, I had a paper that I had to do, and the paper had to be 10 pages long. And we found out about it in September, like the second week of school. Baldies was like, you know what? We're gonna have a paper. It's gonna be due at the end of the year. I'm letting you know about it now. We're gonna start working on it a little bit every month. It got to May, and he was like, guys, I forgot. We're not doing it. Fuck it.
I
So we just
May.
never did it.
Oh,
And like
junior
people,
year.
and there's that one kid that brought it up in the class. They were
Yeah.
like, hey, Baldies, I'm done that paper. And we were all like, well, it looks like you're getting lynched after
You
school.
just like pull out like a pitchfork or something.
Yeah, just kill them. I hate those kids. Just like, oh yeah, like this will help me get into college. It's like,
No, it won't.
you're not in AP classes. You're
No,
not doing shit.
Junior year, we had to do a thesis paper, and it wasn't like too hard to do because I was like, I cared about my topic,
Mm-hmm.
so it wasn't too hard.
What'd you do it on?
Gay adoption, because most states you can't. Well, you can adopt, but if anything happened to the kids, or the parents, the kid would have to go to an orphanage because legally the
Oh my
parents
God.
aren't parents. So that was just really interesting and everything. But
Speaking of adoption, really quick, my grandmother's friend. This is just going on to things of how unfair life can be sometimes, and this was fucked up. I heard about this the other day. My grandmother has a friend who has a daughter who loves kids but doesn't like being in a relationship. So she adopted a kid. And that was like 7 years ago, so she adopted another one. This kid is 6 years old, okay, has severe diabetes, it has Down syndrome, a thyroid infection, okay, and could possibly have a brain tumor. This kid is 6 years old. That is not fucking fair. Why couldn't that happen to some motherfucker like in Congress? Or some fucking like, but well, like they're all retarded anyway,
Yeah,
so it doesn't
pretty
matter. But like, why couldn't that happen to somebody who like? And I don't say anybody deserves this, but some people definitely fucking deserve it. Like some terrorist in the Middle East, why can't they be suddenly stricken with all this fucking shit instead of some kid that doesn't deserve it? That's fucked up. That's a huge reason why I don't believe in God. There you go, religion now too.
Right.
I mean, Easter weekend, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, but Easter's on 4/20, so I mean.
Is it really?
It's the holiest of
Is
days.
it really?
Oh,
God.
Literally, yesterday I did nothing but sit in front of the TV, and I had my computer on and watching TV, and I just took, like, quiz after quiz on BuzzFeed, and one was, like, what religion should you be? Just, like, out of the blue, and I was like,
okay.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it. And, oh my god, every single question, there was something about
You probably got, like,
weed.
Lamaism.
No, I got Hinduism. Go figure.
You actually got what you are?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Great.
Never would that happen for me. They'd be like, oh, we don't know.
And it was every single question, there was something about weed. And I was like, what religion is this?
Probably, dude, it's probably freaking Buddhism. That's why he's so fat. Yeah. He's got the munchies he's always eating.
But no, back to like the thesis paper. It's like junior year of high school. You don't have to write thesis papers until your last semester of college.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even
like
know about
that's
that.
like that's one of your last things. Like that determines if you're graduating, etc., etc. And we had to do that junior year.
I actually found out what I have to do. If I do what I'm going to do right now, and I do transfer to Cabrini afterwards, my final project for the thing, I pretty much have to storyboard and create like a 10-minute movie. And I was like, that's it? And like, I was like, I want to look into this more. And so I clicked on it and they were like, yeah, seriously, just make a 10-minute movie. And I was like, my God, I got this. Like, you pretty much just have to.
Does it have to be like original or can you like use like.
I've got like 5 ideas already made.
You could do like a Smite, like, did you see the creatures?
Yeah.
Smite, you could do something like that.
Yeah, just make something up.
It's like a little. Or do you like Red vs. Blue?
Yeah. Oh my God, I would love to just make a machinima for my final project.
You probably could. Dan's did that. Well, for high school.
Just copy and paste the fucking Red vs. Blue video on. Just be like, look what I made, guys.
Wow, got a lot of views already.
Where'd you get all the voice actors? You know, around Craigslist.
What? This came out 8 years ago.
Does that sound like Bernie Burns? Who's that?
The one thing I'm excited about is the way that my professors are talking about it is that I don't have to take those bullshit credit classes. Like, they told us...
They're gonna lie to you.
Well, it's like, second semester, I'm in, like, the radio. I'm going for communications, so... like, second semester. Like, first semester is all learning about it, all that crap. Second semester, you're, like, in the studio, recording, having your own radio show, in the broadcasting room, all that stuff.
I don't know how far you're, like...
I'm
just gonna say, don't hold your breath.
No, I just want photography.
I wouldn't mind being like a metal radio guy.
Dude, like serious.
Yeah, be like working for
Oh my God, I would fucking love to have Howard Stern's job. Just be able to do like this, but on the radio and have people listen to it.
Yeah. Guys, I'll have my own radio show. 2-hour radio show every week.
What about
teachers? Do you know what we would talk about on there? My God, they'd have to censor the shit out of us.
No, they don't do anything. It's student run.
No, it's a Catholic school. They'd burn us.
I have no idea how you're going to be going there.
I don't have to take religion classes. I already told them to fuck off.
I don't
already talked to them.
I called somebody and I was like, hi, I'm looking at your school. I'm dead serious. I was like, it's a Catholic school, so I don't know if I should look somewhere else, like Temple or some shit, but Temple doesn't have shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, hi, I'm looking at your school. And they were like, what are you looking to do? And I was like, I'm going to go to Delaware County for a couple years and then transfer. And he was like, that's amazing. That's excellent. When are you going to transfer? And I was like, 2 years. And he was like, you haven't even started college? And I was like, no. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I just had a quick question. This is going to determine a lot whether or not I come to your school. And I was like, do I have to take religion classes? And he was like, probably. And I was like, can I skip them? And he was like, no, you'll probably get kicked out of school. And I was like,
wow.
I was like, all right, well, I'm half expecting you to hang up on me, but I'm an atheist. Do I have to take these classes? And he was like, are you just going to, like, counteract whatever the professor said and argue with them? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, all right, I'm going to take your information. We'll talk when you transfer. And I was like, So is
You might
this
have to
leaning
just
more
do
towards a
something like
no? Because, like, dude, I don't give a shit.
Personal religion, research your
my
own,
mom,
something like
my
that.
mom came in today, and she was like, oh, yeah, today's Good Friday, and last Sunday was Palm Sunday, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Now, I went to Catholic school, so I'm well aware of the terms.
See, now the palms, my dad is like, yeah, it's when all the people, like, put palms on the ground, and then, like, you know, all the Catholic people in church used to tie it to their rearview mirror in their car for the week. And I was like, what?
What?
I don't get this at all. And I was like, I learned about this when I was a kid. I used to know all about it because my parents used to take me to church. But my mom finally admitted, like, 2 years ago, she admitted actually more than 2 years ago, when I became like a freshman in high school, she was like, we sent you guys to church because we wanted you to be educated so you could question everything. And not soon after that, I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about this whole God thing. And then like 2 years later, I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it.
I've been, I don't know, I guess this is my time to explore life, because I'm
Dude,
dying.
lesbians, right?
Oh,
I'm in college! You never know.
Well, that's the end of the podcast.
But it's like, my mom, you know my mom. Super...
Dude, she's got a stick up her ass.
Super
She's,
hardcore
I've never,
religious,
like, she doesn't laugh.
blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And when I told her, I was like, no, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm on my own. I'm doing my whole thing. And she was like, don't you ever tell your grandmothers, because they will disown you. And I was like, no, they won't.
I told your one grandmother.
And which one?
Oma.
Oma. Oh, Oma's so chill, though.
She
It's
asked
like,
me, she
it's
was like,
fine,
Jake, do you go to
it's
church? And I was like, I'm going to be flat out, I don't believe in God. She was like,
okay, darling.
She was like, oh, I told her, I was like, I don't believe in Jesus. She was like, are you a Jew? And I was like, God, you're German, you're going to kill me.
You don't believe in Jesus? You don't believe in God?
And then she was like, and I was like, let me rephrase that, I don't believe in God. And she was like, well, what religion are you? And I was like, Jedi.
Right.
And she was like, and I don't think your grandmother got the reference, because she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh, God, she doesn't know what Star Wars is. She has no idea. But Jedi is actually a religion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you told me that.
So that's what the movie's based off of. So, like, if anybody asks, I'm like, atheist. And they're like, really? I'm like, no, I'm Jedi. And they're like, oh, that's funny. And I'm like, no, seriously.
I meditate, bro.
Dude, no, I don't.
Meditation, though. Love it.
My meditation is playing fucking GTA.
That is my...
But it comes in different terms. Like, I've been talking to my psychiatrist about it, and she was like, yeah, I can come in many different terms. And I was like, well, if it's anything relaxing, does that work? And she was like, yeah, what do you have in mind? And I was like, I like running around in GTA killing people. And she was like, as long as you don't kill people in real life, I condone that completely.
Oh my god.
So it was funny as shit.
Probably the one thing that I'm going to miss about high school is my...
Dude, the lunches.
No, I don't
And how
eat those
cheap
lunches.
they are!
Oh my
No,
god, I
mine are
love
$6.
school lunches. The fucking
Wait a
Costco
minute.
sticks.
$6?
What do you get? What do you get?
I stopped getting, because it would be a
How much
sandwich
would
and
you
a
get?
bag of chips.
That's it?
And
A sandwich and a bag of chips. No
Yeah.
drink.
No.
Wait.
And it's $5, $6.
It's
Here's
so
what
different
I
college.
used to do. Here's what I used to do at school. I used to get free lunches because I used to go
You
up
used
in
to
the
be friends
line.
with the lunch ladies.
I wouldn't even be
Ew.
friends with the lunch ladies. I was friends with one lunch lady, and then she got found out for giving free food to people, so she got fired. So I would go up wearing a hoodie and just that cheesesteak's going right in the pocket. I don't got money today, sorry, and just walk out and have food.
Here's the thing I'm thinking about. Like, in high school, you have to go.
To lunch?
No, you just have to go to school.
I mean, do you?
Well, I mean, it's not as...
You can drop out, but most
Yeah.
people choose not to.
Yeah, it's
Well, at least in
frowned
our
upon.
case.
It's frowned upon.
Well, I mean, I don't think most people drop out of high school. I mean, my school...
Apparently,
my
the
school's got
dropout rate in the
mall
United
school,
States is like
so-
25%, and I was like, that means a lot more people in our class should have dropped out. And they're like, I can think of
Law
one.
school?
And
No,
then,
seriously, half my grade is, like, in mall school. So...
seriously, your school is retarded. How did it become a
That's
challenging
where the
thing?
potty kids go.
Yeah.
You go to Potcraft.
Yeah, but all
I
those
mean-
people go Granite Run, man.
Dude, Granite Run days. I remember Granite Run days.
Oh, when Hot Topic was there?
Yeah.
Dude, the Scene Kid.
Got the theme.
No,
You were never in the Scene Kid's group, but I was.
Oh, I was.
So that sucks
Alright.
ass. No, you wouldn't.
Look
No.
at me.
Do you know what Scene Kid is?
Do you know what
I will
sarcasm
slap you. No, me and James, fucking when James's
Yeah.
hair was blonde and down here.
Yeah,
And
I
he was-
remember that.
every 3 seconds he was like,
When he cut his hair, I was like, what did you do?
he looks like Justin Bieber now. That, oh my god. Hi, James. If you watch this.
Anyways, we're back to what I'm gonna miss probably most.
Alright.
7th period, that's the last class of the day, meditation.
That's a class.
Yep, Thursday, Friday, that's my gym class.
You just get to sit there.
I meditate for an hour.
I bet they do give you pot.
Probably. It might be in the food or the water, I don't know.
Probably
but
the water.
I found this nice tea.
A tea bag. Right.
Have you ever seen Grandma's Boy? Fucking
Grandma's
he
cookies.
hides pot in this like thing, and his grandmother finds it, and she's like, "Well, I thought we would drink a nice cup of tea." So they drink the pot, and she goes like, "I can feel my antlers growing."
I heard I've never done any drug ever.
I've never smoked pot either.
Yeah.
I just love making fun of the fucking assholes that do.
420,
So
man.
a lot of people probably watching this, I hope.
I
Not
heard
me either.
biting like the stem of a pot leaf or something is like I forget. It's just like
Can it
people
kill you?
do that. No, it can't kill you, but it's like the best thing to do or something.
I remember hearing when they used to say in our like classes, they used to be like, "Yeah, don't do this because you'll like overdose on pot." You know how much pot you would need to smoke to overdose? I think it's somewhere over like a ton.
Yeah.
It's like over a literal
Your
2,000
heart just
pounds
stopped.
to stop, and you would have to do that in under a second.
Yeah.
Why not?
How would that even happen? Like you just go into like a chamber and you're like, "Oh,
You just go like that.
whoa," and then they're dead. Like I don't understand.
I'm dead.
I just don't get it.
Oh man.
It's like instead of a gas chamber, it's like a pot chamber.
No, that's what I was saying.
Oh, I got a chamber pot.
LOL. Good job.
Oh.
Harry
God.
Potter in the chamber of pot.
Fucking Harry Potter. Oh my god.
All right. Does anybody else have anything to talk about?
Walking Dead.
Oh, we can talk about The Walking
Yeah,
Dead.
Yeah, I remember that.
Terrible
All right.
it was.
Spoilers. If you haven't watched, what season was it?
4.
If you haven't watched season 4, fuck off the video right now. Unless you don't care about spoilers, and then watch all you want.
So I'm
You're
gonna
not
be,
missing anything.
I'm gonna be dead serious.
You're not missing out.
I thought the governor was not dead.
You were so stupid.
Yeah, really? Are you kidding? I heard people who were like that. I was like, are you dumb?
No, her and her dad. I went over her house,
I
and,
was
and her dad was like, "The
convinced.
governor is definitely alive," and I was like, "He was dead on the ground."
You
and he
don't know
He
that.
was so adamant about it.
You
He was like,
don't
he was
know
almost to the
that.
point where he was gonna put money on it. Where he was like, "Yep, he's alive."
I would have.
Dude, you would have owed me money.
Yeah,
then.
really.
You owe me money
And
anyway.
For what?
I don't know. You definitely borrowed money and then you never.
You're like a hooker.
But yeah, I would have put money.
Are we talking
on
about like the
the
last-
season
Well, okay,
finale.
okay. The season as a whole, slow,
Yes.
not that great. Still don't know how I feel about Abraham, but I know his wife is hot.
Oh, that's his
I-
wife?
I
I
assume so.
don't like her face.
I like her
She's a
tummy.
butterface.
I like her stomach.
Everything's hot butterface.
If you think the governor was bad, this is coming from the comic books. Negan, who is going to be coming, is going to be 10 times worse.
Okay, well, I think my
was-
prediction was right. When they first get to Terminus and you see the girl behind her, that is definitely people.
Yeah.
She's
No,
cooking
there
people.
was, it was so
Negan-
quiet because I could have sworn that she was the only person there, and
Yeah.
it was sanctuary because they
Yeah,
probably
that'd be
lock
my-
into the things
yeah.
and then they eat
Yeah.
them.
My mom got pissed off at me really fast because I recognized what was going on because I saw the woman wearing the shawl and then the riot
I didn't
gear, and
catch
I was
on at
like,
first.
I didn't
And
catch
as
on
soon
either.
as I
was
saw-
like, what's going
as
on?
soon
And
as
then
I saw the
wall-
shawl-
Like, Rick, are you fucking this up, man?
as
What
soon
are you
as I
doing?
saw
Wait.
the shawl and the riot gear, I was like, oh, they're fucked. They're already dead.
It wasn't until he like pulled the gun on the guy, and then I was like, oh
As
wait,
soon
the
as
pocket
he, as soon
watch.
as he
And I
started
was
the
like,
pocket
oh yeah,
watch, I
saw
was
that.
like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
that definitely is. But I
Yeah, caught on
I saw
to
the
that.
shawl first because I remember Maggie being wrapped up in it.
Yeah, they like emphasized
I
that.
don't.
but-
I'm trying to understand why they would do this. Why they would take their belongings, throw them in a boxcar.
I don't know. Apparently it's supposed to get even darker and darker and darker,
Yeah,
which I'm
Negan-
really hoping about.
Negan's gonna kill some people in main character movies.
There was a deleted scene that I actually saw. Do you guys ever watch The Talking Dead afterwards?
No bedtime.
I always watch it. I love
Christ.
I love Chris Hardwick. I think he's
Yeah,
funny, and
yeah.
I watch him on at midnight on Comedy Central all the time too. And I just like the guests. And there was actually a deleted scene where they run into a room and there's just carcasses everywhere, like half-eaten carcasses. And I think that's where they were meant to end up in the
What?
deleted scene rather than the boxcar because there was like chained up walkers too.
What was the room with all the candles and then the
Yeah, that was
stuff
creepy.
written on it?
Dude, that looks like something out of
That is-
motherfucking
Exorcist?
Mob of the Dead.
Yeah.
Where they were like summoning demons,
Yeah.
like in
yeah,
zombies.
like I thought that was some.
Maybe that was a
spiritual
shout out to
thing.
Call of Duty,
Oh.
like
Yeah.
Mob of the Dead. 'Cause-
Like
well,
they-
they were. Was that wasn't a prison though, was it? They were out of the prison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The other person was Alcatraz on
Yeah.
the other side of the country.
Please go to Alcatraz.
I wonder if we'll ever leave Atlanta.
I'm serious. If
I
a
don't-
zombie apocalypse were to happen, I would go to the ocean, and I would go far enough
Go
out.
Florida.
That
I would
might not
get-
work.
No, I would go far enough out where the water is deep enough that they can't swim. They can walk like on the
Okay,
bottom, but they
how do you
can't
expect to
swim.
survive on a
Here's what,
boat?
yeah, that's what I
You
want to say.
get enough shit.
Have
you
you
put it on
ever
the
seen?
boat.
Have you
What
ever
about
seen?
hurricanes?
Have you ever?
Oh,
Oh,
come
fucking!
on,
What's it called? Dawn of the
What?
Dead. Dawn of the Dead.
I'm not saying I'm going anywhere. I'm literally dropping anchor in the water.
Where are you gonna get that much gas to survive? What if you run out of food?
That's why you stay close enough to the shore that you can just raid places if you need to. Come on.
You're on a boat. What if somebody comes out with a gun? Where are you gonna go?
The thing.
Fuck off.
Right.
That I swear that would be the best chance of surviving anything. Going to the water, not going anywhere.
No, your best
Just
chance of
going
surviving
out.
anything is to like you go to the ocean. I'm not saying that because having water at your back is definitely not a disadvantage. But then you make yourself a fort there.
In the water.
Sure, an underwater bunker.
Sure, then you're still at the water.
What are you,
I'm telling you, the water would be the
Nazi
safest
Germany?
place.
Some bunkers.
The water would be the safest place to go if a zombie apocalypse were to
That's
happen.
not
I think
necessarily
underground.
proven.
Well, underground might be a disadvantage.
I don't think underground, because I mean,
What if a walker gets in?
yeah, and the whole.
Not necessarily. I mean, have you guys ever seen The Road?
No.
Okay, never mind.
See you later.
That's gone. That's not based around zombies, but it's based in an apocalyptic world, and they found an underground shelter, but the paranoia of somebody finding them gets so strong that the guy can't stand there. They stay there for like a day, and then he's like, I can't do it. I can't sit still because if somebody does come in, what am I going to do? So they have to keep moving. You get to the mentality where you're like, if I don't move, I'm going to die. So I feel like even if I did get to the beach, I would turn around and go back. Because I would not feel safe. Because I'd be like, once you feel safe, you die. Because you let your guard down.
Sunbathing though.
Shut up!
I watched The Wolf on Wall Street.
Was it good? Was it long?
It was 3 hours long.
Jesus!
Like, exactly.
Fucking like The
A
Hobbit.
lot of drugs.
Oh, good.
Nice.
A lot of Leonardo DiCaprio on drugs.
Never won
Yeah, he still hasn't won an Oscar.
I feel
that
bad
poor
for him.
man. I feel like
I
his
feel worse for
deathbed-
Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp's better than
Will
fucking
Smith,
Leonardo
too.
DiCaprio. Oh my god, Will Smith is a god. Dude,
He's
shout
a
out to
saint.
fucking Philadelphia. Oh, dude, I like our city. Dude, not shout out to the Flyers last night, though.
Terrible.
Mhm.
I was with Liz, so and we were watching SAO.
Okay, I love the Flyers. I will always love my boys. Jason Atkinson, fuck off back down to the AHL. That's what I'm going to say. He is the reason that the Rangers scored 2 goals last night. Cause
Didn't they score 3 goals in
was
the
on-
third period?
The third
He
period,
was on
they-
his way
they
down.
Seriously, were the Rangers were on a power play the entire third period.
Okay, so Atkinson was on his way down. And I think it was kind of a botched call because he was falling. But as he was falling, brought his stick up and
Yeah.
just, and it
Wow.
was like fucking baseball swing. Too.
Oh,
This
wow.
guy got fucked up.
Wow.
And he got a 4-minute for it. And they scored on both halves of the 4-minute. And then G got a call for slashing, and then Shen went in for some shit, and they just fell
Yeah.
apart.
Right.
But the biggest problem I have with everything is Emery. And I told you this in the car.
Isn't he like
Emery-
a big guy?
Emery, he is big, but the one girl shouldn't have gone in. Zuccarello scored for the Rangers, and it shouldn't have gone in because he tried to be. He should have been. It does sound like a Greek god, doesn't
No,
it?
Grease, like the movie, because
Zuccarello.
because it's Danny Zuko.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Zuko.
Sorry,
That's
I've
fine.
never
Honor.
seen the movie Grease.
musicals.
I've never seen the movie Grease.
Next.
And Zook scored, and it shouldn't have gone in because Emery tried to be a stand-up goalie, which he can't do. As soon as the puck crosses the blue line, he's fucking on his knees. But the biggest problem I have with him is that with the Blackhawks last year, he was not a starter. He was 17-1.
Yeah.
Ray Emery went 17-1 in the 2012-13 season. Okay,
Now, what's he now?
9-12
That's terrible.
with 1 playoff loss already.
That's garbage.
So there is no way that you go from 17-1.
that's
And it's not like he even has bad defense. He's got Kimo Timonen, one of the best defensemen in the league. He's got Luke Shen.
that's got to be coaching, or something like
Greg
that.
Berube has already done a better job than Laviolette because
yeah.
he got us to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And to be fair, we didn't start off well anyway, but Berube came in and I think he's done a pretty good job. But we have not had a good coach fucking back when they started, like back in like '67 was
Yeah.
the best coach they had.
Right. Right.
But anyway.
You know what? One more quick thing. What's his name? He got hurt. Pronger.
Chris
Pronger.
Yeah.
I want him to come on coaching somehow.
He's actually he's on permanent sick leave right now, which means he still gets paid because he's still on a contract right now. But after that runs out, I believe he is stepping onto our board, which means he's got a better chance of becoming a coaching staff.
I think he'd be doing a good
Yeah,
job.
because he's fresh out of the game. But oh yeah, the computer's about to die. Charger, charge Schwa. Well, we're gonna end it now anyway.
Okay.
So as I plug this in, we thank you. Hello, close up.
Cat food.
Don't steal
Enjoy your
it.
cats.
Don't
Enjoy
steal it.
cat food.
Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. We're going to try to do podcasts pretty often. This is our second one in like a week, so we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
If only we had like a table and.
Yeah, we're going to try to get a better setup going and some more people. Our friends are all at college right now, and he goes to community college, so he's around here, and I don't. So I'm around here too. But college is over in like a month. So we're going to start getting more and more people. Well, you'd only taken one class in summer class, right? Yeah, you'll be around then. So we'll try to get some more and more stuff going. So anyway, I've been Jake.
Mike.
I'm going to have to bump the audio on that one. And have a great night, guys. Good night! That ending pose, though.
I really wanted to say toodles, but...
Good lord, this is long.
Have fun.
Oh, fuck, the audio's still going.